Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So today we are just
Sir,
we
share
start
the
the next.
screen.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
I have shared it now. Okay, so we are just going to be start the new topic that is about functions. Okay, so let's have to start. Yes, anyone of you have the idea what is function?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay,
No.
okay. We have to be assumed that the function is going to be just going to be work same as like a machine. Okay, it can be any type of machine in which you are just going to be take something as an input. It is going to be process it according to the machine and give you the something as output. Okay, this machine can be anything. For example, it can be a juicer machine or it can be any oven. Okay, any other machines. Okay, so you have to give in this machine as something as output. For example, if you want to be heat your make a juice from any, for example, you want to make the apple juice, so you have to give them as an apple. So machine processes accordingly, the juicer machine, and he is going to be give you something as output.
Output.
Okay, now the thing
Yes,
that
sir.
you have to understand that, for example, if it is a juicer machine, so is it possible we have to be substitute or we have to be put some hard thing in it? Is it possible we have to be give a juicer machine something hard, like
No.
we have to substitute
No.
a stone in it,
No.
and it's a stone and he's going to process it and give me something output. No, this means that it depends upon the machine that he's going to be take a specific input, process it according to the machine and give you the output. In the same way, the function is going to be work. The function is going to be work in the same way. The pattern is you have a specific function. We have to denote it as f of x. This is a function. You have to give them something as an input that is known as the domain of the function. It is same thing. You are not able to substitute all the values. There are some functions in which you can substitute all values, means all real numbers, but there are some functions in which you cannot substitute specific values. So the values that you can substitute into the given function, that is known as the domain, means the input is known as domain, and the thing that you will get as an output, that is known as the range of the function in mathematical language. We have to say that the input of the function is the domain and the output of the function, that is range. Yes, sir, everyone. Any question up to here?
No,
No,
sir.
sir. No,
For
sir.
example, I'm going to be take the two functions here. Let's say we have our first function f of x is equal to x square, and I'm going to be taking in another function f of x is equal to x plus 5. Let's say. So let's I have to give the same input. I'm going to be give the input as x is equal to 1. So what you will get, f of 1 is equal to 1 square. That will be 1. If I'm going to substitute x is equal to 2, it is going to be process it. You will get 2 square. So the output will be 4.
4.
On the other hand, if I'm going to be give the same input, x is equal to 1, at the place of x put 1, 1 plus 5, it's a substitution simple. 1 plus 5, so the output will be 6. Look at here, we have give the same input, but the output is different. Means the domain is same, but the range is,
Different.
why it is different? Because it depends upon the function. In the same way, if you have to substitute x is equal to 2 here, so he's going to be give you f of 2 is equal to 2 plus 5, so the output will be 7. Yes, Simon. Any question? So I just want to be sure
No,
that
sir.
in the function there is a specific values that you can substitute. You are not able to substitute all the values, and after substituting the same value, it depends upon the function. The answer or the output is going to be the different one. For example, if I'm going to take another function, let's say I'm going to take a function f of x is equal to square root of x. Now look at here in this function, if you have a square root, you know that the square root is undefined when you have a negative number inside the square root. If you have any negative number, it will become undefined. Means minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Let's say I have to substitute. I'm going to put x is equal to minus 4. So the function will be f of minus 4 is equal to square root of minus 4. It is undefined. In mathematics, you don't have the answer. Obviously, you have the answer. You have to convert into the complex number, but that is not my topic. It is undefined. In real numbers, they don't have any real answer for this specific thing. The square root of minus 4. So this means that in this one, the domain of this function is not or negative numbers. Means the domain must be a positive number. You will get a restriction here. You must have to be substitute a positive real numbers. We cannot substitute a negative number or value in the square root. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. This means
Yes,
that
sir.
for this function, you have the restriction. You cannot substitute a negative value. So the domain is all positive numbers. In the inequality form, we can write it as x is greater than equal to 0. Yes, everyone. Any question up to here?
No, sir.
All right. Let's we have to. Okay, so let's do some questions. It was a basic substitution question. Now look at here. Here we have a function f of x is defined as f of x is equal to 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. We have to find that f of 7 is equal f of 7. So substitute 7 at the place of x. So 3, you have x squared minus 2 x plus 1, and at the place of x we have to substitute 7.
7.
7 square is going to be 49. 49 multiplied by 3.
147.
147.
147
7.
minus 14 plus 1. That will be
134.
134.
134 is the value. Yes, everyone. Any question up to here?
No, sir. No, sir.
This is a very basic question in which you just have to be substitute the value. You must need a strong grip on this one. Okay, let's take another one. Look at here, we have a function f of x is equal f of x plus 3. We have to be find. Okay, this is the same part. The function is given, you have to find f of x plus 3. Giving your answer in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. So same as we have to find f of x plus 3, And the f function is 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. And at the place of x, what we will substitute?
X
X
plus
plus 3.
3.
X plus
X plus
3.
3. Now simplify them. X plus 3 whole square, it will be a square plus 2ab, 2 times 3 is 6, plus b square, so 3 square is 9, minus 2x minus 6 plus 1. Now multiply 2 inside the bracket, it will be 3x squared plus 3 times 6 is 18x plus 3 times 9 is 27 minus 2x minus 6 plus 1, that is minus 5. Now 3x squared as it is, 18 minus 2, that will be 16x. 27 minus 5 is plus 22.
2.
So he says that you have to rewrite the answer into in this specific format, ax squared plus bx plus c. So we'll get that format. And he says that a, b, c are the integers. Yes, everyone. Any question?
No, sir. Here.
No, sir. All right. So move to the next one. A second function is defined by g of x is equal to 3x minus 4. Find the value of x for which g of x is equal to minus 16. So you have the value of g of x. You need to find the value of x. X. So we have the function g of x is equal to 3x minus 4. And the value of g of x is given, that is minus
16.
16. Compute it. Now it's become a very simple linear equation. Simplify them. So you will get that minus 16 plus 4 is equal to 3x. Minus 16 plus 4 will be minus 12 divided by 3 is equal to x. X is
Minus
equal.
4.
Minus 4.
Yes, everyone. Any question to here? So here
No.
we just make a practice in which how we can substitute the value. All right. Now we are just going to be talk about in detail about the domain. Domain means which the values that you can substitute into the function. So we are going to discuss a different type of functions and we will check that which values we can substitute. So we are talking about the domain of the function in detail. Always remember the first type of the function, that is linear function. A linear function is a function in which the maximum power of the variable is 1. Because we know that a linear function always shows a straight line.
Line.
For example, you have f of x is equal to 2x plus 5. So if you have this type of functions, so in this one, if we are going to talk about the domain, yes, there is any value that you cannot substitute in this one. There is any value.
Negative values.
If you will substitute negative value, for example, negative 2, 2 times negative 2 plus 5, negative 4 plus 5, so you will get the answer. It is simplified as well.
Sir, a straight line?
It's a straight line. I'm just asking you, there is any value that you cannot substitute? Means you there is any value that you can substitute?
0?
Means
No.
we can substitute all the values. So if we are talking about the domain of this function is all real numbers. Or you can say that in stat form,
Sir,
x
I didn't understand what you mean by like a straight line.
and linear functions, basically if you have any linear function, any linear equation, that what does it mean by you have y is equal to mx plus c? It shows a straight line. If you have to write
Yes.
equation 2x plus 5, it shows a straight
Straight line.
line. So that's why I have to say that, for example, if you have the equation, you have a function, it is just going to look like a straight line equation. Straight line equation. So it means that that function shows a line, a straight line. And the domain of the straight line is all real numbers, because you know that a line basically it is moving infinity, and on the both sides is going to be increasing. It is the x values are increasing and the y values are increasing. This way the x values are decreasing and the y values are decreasing. If you are talking about the x values, that approaches to infinity. In here it is minus infinity. If you are talking about the y values, it is increasing up to positive infinity. The downwards it is approaches to negative infinity. That's why I just going to be compare it with the straight line. Okay, and on we are going to be talk about the range. The range is okay. So range is the output. Obviously, the y values are all also the all real numbers. In set form, we have to show that x f of x, sorry, f of x belongs to all real numbers. Means you can substitute plus 1, minus 1, plus 2, minus 2, 0.1, 0.2, minus 0.7, minus 200.3, like any value you can substitute in this function. If you have a function that is linear, so make sure you can substitute all type of values. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The second type of function we have, obviously sometimes he's going to give you some restrictions, so we will decide there that which value we have to substitute or not. We will discuss that cases as well. But we are just going to be talking about a general cases. The second one is quadratic quadratic functions. Okay, the quadratic function in which a function in which the maximum power of the value, it look like ax square plus bx plus c. So in this one, if you are going to be talk about, for example, you have a function f of x is equal to 2x square plus 5x plus 7. This is a quadratic function. So if you are going to be talk about the domain of these type of function, yes, if you have to look for the function, we can substitute any value. We can substitute positive values, we can substitute negative values, we can substitute fractional values, we can substitute decimal values, you can substitute rational or irrational number, any number that you want. So this means that the domain is all real numbers.
Numbers.
But if we are talking about the range, let's say I will take a simple one, basic case. You have a simple x square function. So if I'm going to draw the graph, we have done the quadratics and we are talking about the graph of this one as well. This is the graph of quadratic functions. Okay, it is the graph of x square that is passes from the origin. So yes, can you tell me what is the output of this function? The output is all real numbers. Only
All
positive.
positive values?
Yes, because if you are substitute any positive or negative value, any value, but he gives you the answer that he gives you, that always be positive. That always, because upper value of x-axis is always positive. So it always be positive. So the range of this function is positive, real numbers, or x is greater than equal to, because answer 0 can be possible, and all the values that is going to be greater and then f of x, sorry, f of x greater than equal to 0. The values of f of x, when you have to substitute it, the value must be, you can substitute different values. X is equal to 1, you will get 1 greater than 0. Substitute minus 2 squared, that is 4, that is greater than 0. Yes, I know it is clear.
Yes,
And
sir.
Yes. Yes,
if
sir.
you have
Yes,
any
sir.
any other type of function, so basically this part is, it is moving upward and downward. So you need to be find this turning point. You need to be find this turning point. For example, this point is minus 4 comma 3, let's say. So sorry, 3 comma minus 4, because y value is minus 4. So if we are going to be talk about the range, so x is greater than equal to minus 4, because the answer is all greater values of minus 4, because you have different quadratic equations, so we have different turning points. When we know that the shape of the quadratic graph is always like a U shape. Okay, so if it is a U shape, so if it is all above values, this is the turning point, so minus 4. If it is moving downward, so you have to take that specific point. How we can find the turning point? We have done a little bit in the quadratics, but we will do again in the differentiation as well. That how we can find the turning points and what does it mean by, and so on. Yes, I want any question up to here? So if you have a quadratic
No, sir.
function, so the domain is all real numbers and the range is all positive real numbers, and depends upon the situation, you have to take any specific quadratic function. So you have a domain is going to be greater than equal to the turning point. Let's see how to write it here. F of x, sorry, f of x here. F of x is greater than equal to the turning point. All right. In some cases, it is going to be less than as well. Okay. This is a very, now another type is, you have a function like f of x is equal to 1 divided by x. You will get a variable in the denominator. Yes, can anyone tell me in which value is it is undefined? He is not going to give you the answer. He gives you the math error. Yes, anyone?
Square root?
No. In which value? Value means you have to substitute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 1, minus 2, 0, 4, 5, 6. In which value is it?
Zero.
Sir, 0.
At x is equal to 0, it is
Undefined.
undefined. This means that the domain of this function is all real numbers except, yes, except 0. You
0.
cannot substitute 0. But you, after overall, you can substitute all the real numbers that you want. All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. If you are going to be talk about the range of this function, yes, what will be the range? I need to check this one. I will substitute different values. Let's substitute x 1 divided by minus 3, 1 divided by minus 2, 1 divided by minus 1, 1 divided by, we cannot substitute 0. So let's say 1 divided by 2 like this. Just tell me the answer. Can anyone tell me the answer?
The first one is 0.3.
Minus
It's
0.
minus 0. Yeah.
Negative
Minus
0.5.
0.5.
0.5. It is
Minus 1.
Minus 1.
minus 1, 0.5.
0.5.
5.
Okay, now substitute now these values. Minus 0.001.
Should I do on a calculator?
Yes, yes, yes.
So it's negative
Negative
1000.
1000.
Negative?
1000.
Minus 1000.
Negative 1000. In the same way, you have to substitute 1 divided by 0.110001. So it will become 10,000, right? So this means that you are getting all the values, but there is
Sir,
no value in which, yes,
sir, I think I just
your voice
it's
is breaking.
minus 100,000, sir.
Okay. No, for this one?
Yes, sir.
No, 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 no. For this one, it is positive because I will take a positive value.
Oh, okay. But
Okay.
no, but it's 100,000 then.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One. Okay. One more zeros. Okay. Okay. Just tell me which value you will not get as an output, as a range. So look at here, we are getting a very minimum values, you are getting a negative values, you are getting a positive values, as bigger as you want, as smaller as you want. So which is the value you cannot get? That is
0.
0. The range is all real numbers except 0. In the set form, we have to rewrite it like this way. Infinity to 0, union 0 to infinity. This small bracket shows that 0 is not included. We have three types of bracket, okay? This one 0 comma 3 means 0. One second, I will told you about these brackets first. For example, you have 0 comma 3. What does it mean? It means that all values between 0 and 3 and 0 and 3 is not included. Clear? If you have to write it into the inequality form, it is look like this. X is greater than 0 and lesser than 3. Clear? And if you have a bracket like this, 0, this bracket, it means that all values between 0 and 3 and 3 is included. And obviously 0 is not included. In the inequality form, it is just look like this. X is greater than 0 and less than or equal to 3. Got it? You will get the difference?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And for example, if you have a bracket like this that we have to use in the set 0 comma 3, so it means that only 0 and 3. It does not mean that the between values between 0 and 3. So that's why I'm going to be write it like this way. We have to write the range. Yeah. So 0 to infinity means the negative values, negative infinity, and 0 to positive infinity as bigger as you can. Yes, everyone. Any question to here?
No, sir.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, so next we have to take an example. For example, you will get a function. It is same the inverse case. F of x is equal to 1 divided by x minus 1. Yes, can anyone tell me on which value it is not satisfied? It is undefined. It does not give you the answer.
So
1 minus
1.
1. Because if you will substitute x is equal to 1, it will be 1 divided by 1 minus 1. You will get 1 divided by 0. That is
Undefined.
undefined. And for example, if it is a difficult thing, so how will find it? How to find at which value it is undefined. So in this case, you have to take a denominator x minus 1 is equal to 0. You will get x is equal to 1. This gives you the at x is equal to 1. So the domain is all real numbers except
except 1.
all real numbers except 1. If you want to write in the set form, it is negative infinity to 1 union 1 to positive infinity. Yes, everyone. Any question to here? And if you are going to be talk about the range,
Sir,
the
what does
range is
the
yes.
red lines means, which you read from red?
This one. I'm saying
Yes.
that, for example, if you the examiner gives you 1 divided by 2 over 3x plus 5 over 2. This is the value. You have or you want to be check that in which value it is undefined. How you will find it? It is an easier case, right? You can easily judge that at plus 1 it will become 0. But we are not sure how we can find it. For that purpose, you will take the denominator equal to 0. How to find at which value it is undefined? You have to take the denominator, basically x minus 1 is equal to 0, so you will get x is equal to 1. Same here, you will get 2 by 3x is equal to minus 5 by 2, x is equal to minus 5 by 2, multiply by 3 over 2. The final answer is minus 15 over 4. Substitute at minus 15 over 4, at minus 15 over 4, it is not going to be give you the value. It is undefined at that place.
Yes, sir.
So we'll get another example. All right.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yes, Taha.
Sorry, sir, I still don't get this part.
That's last part.
Yes.
Okay. Look at here. What type of case it is? Means you have a variable in the denominator, and in denominator, the denominator must not be 0, right?
Right.
So we will find that value of x in which the denominator will become 0. And how we can find it? Just take this value equal to 0, find the value of x. So this is the value when you will substitute it here. Let's we have to substitute it. You will get 1 divided by 2 over 3 into minus 15 over 4 plus 5 over 2. So 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. 1 divided by minus 15 over 6 plus 5 over 2. Take the LCM, it will be 6 and minus 15. 3 times 5 is 15. I just take the LCM. So minus 15 plus 15, that will be 0 over 6. 0 over 6 is still 0. Look at here, you will get 1 divided by 0. It is
Undefined.
undefined. So I'm just going to give you the hint. How you can find it? Just take the denominator equal to 0. So you will get the value at which value he is going to be give the value. It is undefined. The given function is undefined. Clear?
Clear.
All right. So now we are moving for the next type of, for example, if you have a value f of x is equal to the square root. And I just told you in the square root, the value must be,
Sir, what's the range of above one?
which one? This one?
Yes, range.
I just skip this one. We will do it later. We will do after that. I'm just going to tell you about the range because I'm going to be talking about the domain right now. Okay, the range is going to be simple, so that's why I just tell you that one. But how we can find the range of these one, so we'll discuss it later. Okay, because we
Okay,
have
sir.
a different function here. It has more working. Now we are just going to be talking about domain. Okay. All right, now we have the function in this one. We have to check that in which value it is going to be undefined, means you will get a negative value inside the square root, right? So it means that the value that is inside the square root must be greater than or equal to 0. It is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So from here we will get the value of x. X is greater than or equal to 3. So the domain is all the values from where x is greater than or equal to 3. All right. And
Yes,
this
sir.
the range is going to be easier. What is the range? Just substitute it. 3. So 3 minus 3, that will be 0. If you will substitute a bigger value of 4 minus 3, that will be 1. A more bigger value of 5, let's say 10 minus 3. Yes, that will be square root 7. It will be 2 point something, I think. Yes, take square root 7.
2.65.
2.64.
2.654. In the same way, you are increasing the value, so the range is increasing as well, right? So the range is all real numbers greater than equal to 0. Means in this one, the output can be 0 or any bigger value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 0.1, 0.2, 1.7, 1.007, like this, all different values. Yes, I know it is clear.
Yes.
Okay, in the same way, for example, the reciprocal function, you have f of x is equal to 1 divided by 2x minus 3 into 4x plus 1. You have such type of functions. So look at here, we have the product. So for example, if this value is going to be 0, the whole thing will be undefined. If this value will be 0, so the whole thing is going to be undefined. So we'll take that 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. From here we'll get x is equal to 3 and 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. From here we'll get that x is equal to minus 1 by 4. So these are the two values at which this function will become undefined, because if you will substitute 3 by 2 here, this term will be 0 and 0 multiplied by anything, that will be 0. So 1 divided by 0, that is undefined. Same as you have 4x plus 1 is equal to 0, substitute x is equal to minus 1. Substitute it here, this value will become 0. And 0 multiplied by anything, that is going to be 0. So this is undefined. So you have these two values at which the function is undefined. So if we are going to be talking about the domain, The domain is all real numbers, all real numbers except 2 by 3 and minus 1 by 4. Yes, everyone. Any question up to here?
No, sir.
All right. Now, two functions are given. F of x is equal to 10 minus x, g of x is equal to 1 divided by 2x minus 1. If the domain of the function is this. Okay, now it is the domain is given. You need to find the range. If the domain is given, it is going to be really easy to find the range. What you have to do, you just have to substitute a smaller value and the bigger value. So in between, basically your range is going to be lie. Let's see how to substitute. We are going to substitute x is equal to 2. So f of 2 will be 10 minus 2. It will be 8. And the second value, we have x is equal to the biggest value in this range, in this domain is 4. So f of 4 is equal to 10 minus 4. So you will get 6. So always remember, if we are going to be talking about the range, so the range of this function always lie between 8 and 6. Means the range can be 7.5, 7, 6.3. For example, in one more integer here, let's say we have to substitute x is equal to 3. So look at here, what you will get. 10 minus 3, that will be 7. Look at here,
7.
7 is right between 6 and 8. You can substitute any other value. Let's say, just tell me any value between 2 and 4 in decimal.
3.4.
3.2.
X is equal to 3.4. Okay, let's substitute it here. F of 3.4 is equal to 10 minus 3.4. Yes, that will be
6.6.
6.6. Obviously, 6.6 is going to be lie here. So it means that the range is yes, what is the range?
From 6 to 8.
6 to 8.
Yeah, greater than equal to 6 and less than equal to 8. But we have to just look for here. It is only less than and equal to. Less than, not equal to. So this means that the 8 is only less than, not equal to. Here we have at x is less than equal to 4, means this value is included. So that's why we have to write less than equal to. It is clear? It is only greater, so that's why we have to take only lesser or greater. Clear? You have to be focused on the inequalities very carefully. It is only less than, or it is only greater than, or it is greater than equal to or not. Got it?
So why did you put it on 6 instead of 8?
See?
The less than and equal to.
The less than equal to, because the output of 4
If you
is
put
6.
it with the 6.
Because output of 4 is 6. That's why. And the output of 2
Okay,
is 0.
sir.
When I will substitute 2, the answer is 8. That's why. Yes, everyone. Any question up to here?
No, sir.
No, sir. Clear.
Okay. So I will give you some questions and you have to be just do the questions in which you need to be find the domain and the range, and there are some substitution questions. Okay.
Okay, sir.